You are just you need no introduction at all. You're Dick DeGroat, Bill's dad, and that is the room. That is your studio. That is your canvas. Um, everybody, we got Bill's dad in the house. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, man. You're way too kind, way too kind, way too generous, man. But thanks for having me on. This is always a treat.
No, it's. I mean, the music that you bring. It's like we've got Angel singing motivational songs that are Bills related, and unless you're living under a rock, everyone knows you. That's the stuff that you come up with. What made you start? Like one day you're like, I'm just going to sing about the Buffalo Bills. Were you in the shower one day and the wife comes in and is like, that's a catchy tune about the Buffalo Bills? Talk to me.
Oh my God! No, listen. It was a Sunday afternoon, 2017, the week before our opening game against the Jets. And I'm just sitting in my recliner and I'm thinking about a week away from opening day. And for football around here, I'm not a season ticket holder. I wish I was, but I'm not. But at any rate, my family usually comes over and watches the game. And usually there's an exchange of text messages that is like, okay, we're meeting at this time. Who's bringing what are we eating? And all this kind of stuff goes on. And I was sitting there, and for some reason, a creative thought went through my brain, and I quickly, in my head, wrote a parody to Benny and the Jets. We're opening against the Jets, and I wrote, "Can we beat the Jets?" And so I came downstairs, got my props, and I said, "Honey," I said, "Denise, would you come downstairs for a minute?" I said, "Just stand here, hold this camera, put it on the video. I'll take care of the rest." So she did that. And it took 2 takes because I busted up laughing on the last line. But at any rate, she's like, what in the world's going on? And so then I just sent it to my kids. It was just a text message to my kids. Here's what's going on, talking about making chili and all that.
We're doing it.
Yeah. So that Friday night before the game, a buddy of mine, Al Rogers, sees it. I show it to him. He goes, "Oh, my God. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to put it on the mafia. You got to do that." And I'm like, my head's blown. I'm an old guy. I'm not tech savvy. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. So he's finally Saturday morning. They said, just put it on Facebook. So I put it on Facebook. They helped put it a couple places, whatever they did. I don't even know. But the thing went viral. And the news media picked it up and everything. And over 100,000 views in that day. And I, everybody started going, we need another one next week. We need one every week. And it kind of just snowballed on me. They started calling me Bill's dad because I was a dad inviting my kids over to watch the game. And so that's where the Bill's dad thing came from. And it's just been a lot of fun since then.
It is, and it looks like you guys are having so much fun, and that's what I love having fans on the show that just they all have their own passion. They all have their own inventive ways, and it definitely helps. The Bills are doing really, really good.
Oh, that helps a lot,
and it helps. It helps you have more confidence because when the Bills lose, you don't have that. Oh man, I don't feel like singing. I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like doing certain things because you take it personally. You do.
Yeah. I mean, there's been times that I wrote some songs back in 17 and 18 that were songs of frustration. I mean, why do you build me up, Buffalo Bills, and doing that kind of thing. But I guess what a lot of people like is that the things I'm singing are really just an identification with where their heart's at, because I'm just a Bills fan, and the frustration, the excitement comes out. All of it is experience. God bless you. It comes out in the songs, and I think it was 2017 on this date that I released "Party Like It's 1999" from Prince, because people sent me a couple links that they got in the reminders on their phones. And that's one of my favorites because we had my whole family involved, and we needed to win, and we needed a couple other things to happen. That was the New Year's Eve day that the Bengals pulled it out in the last second. We wound up going to the playoffs. But, it was like Party Like It's 1999 because that was the last time we went to the playoffs. So I had the whole family involved. and that thing went
It
really
was
crazy.
amazing. I love watching your videos. Waking up on a Sunday morning, I go, you do your rituals, and one of my rituals is to scan through the Bills Mafia page, and it's Bill's dad. Bill's dad who walking in, and it's funny because just in case viewers don't know, I do have a little behind the scenes footage of you. Let's do. Here we go. And this is so just so people can see.
I need a picture. I need a copy of that.
I will send it to you. I will send it to you because the songs. It's like not a Weird Al Yankovic, because Weird Yankovic was terrible compared to you. And one of my favorite songs, and I chose this one for a reason. It was because you're cold, busy like Sunday morning. I can't
always open.
Yes. I absolutely loved it, and I heard you won American Idol like 10 years every single year in a row.
No big deal. Yeah. It's so funny because I have a list on my phone. I don't even know how many songs are on there, because I'll be listening to the radio and go, oh, that's a possible song, or fans will send requests and suggestions. So I have this whole long list in there. I realized that it was actually in August of 2019. Yeah, 2019, that I actually wrote down the song "I'm Easy Like Sunday Morning" and put, because I'm Beasley, I'm always open. And I wrote that line down in there, and I said, someday I'm going to pull that one out. And, just wait for the right weekend, the right time when Beasley's gone off. And it was like a year and a half later, and all of a sudden everybody's talking about Beasley always being open, calling 7-Eleven. I'm thinking, man, I was thinking about this a year and a half ago, but it's time to bust this thing out. And it was just a lot of fun doing that one. Great stuff. There was a lot of troubled family members who saw me in that wig and thought, this is just looking.
All right. Go back to breaking tables. Leave the wig.
Yeah. We're not sure about this. It looks you were too comfortable in that.
It was awesome. It was amazing. And it's you show your sportsman, your just what you feel, and when you belt it out, it's like angelic music in your ears, and it kind of pumps me up. It's like, oh, all right, yeah.
I get nervous sometimes when I do a slow one, like Beasley's was, because sometimes I'm thinking, okay, they're not going to appreciate this because it's not pumping people up. I've got a pumper going for this week. I'll probably record it tomorrow. I've got to memorize a lot of lines between now and tomorrow, but
squish it. Yeah. Squish. I'll stick to my podcast.
My wife joined me in 2017 around Christmas time to do a duet on Squish the Fish. And it was to the Christmas song, Baby It's Cold Outside. And which, of course, later that year became a big no-no song that you're not supposed to do anymore. And I thought, oh, gosh, I'm glad we did that when we did it. But, we had a lot of fun with that one. And, it's been an interesting journey, because when it happened, I don't even know if you know this, but I'm a minister. So my wife and I were people of faith. And so when it happened, I'm the type of person that believes there's always a reason. And I'm going, okay, God, what's up with this? Why is this happening? This is weird. And at first we were just like, well, we're getting a lot of notes from people, putting smiles on people's faces, people that have gone through very difficult things, and some people getting very, very personal with their stories and how we put a smile on their face or made them laugh. One woman said, this is the first time I've even smiled all week, and you made me laugh. But we're burying my granddaughter today, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, and you hear stories like that, and it's heart wrenching. But at the same time, I'm going, okay. If I'm putting smiles on someone's face, I can put up with a couple trolls that don't like what I'm doing, But then what went on from there is the whole charity thing began to happen, and I got invitations to help with various charities, and I'm still thinking, my gosh, what are they thinking? I'm just Dick DeGroat in my basement singing some goofy song. but it was working, and it still works. And so I've been able to really help charities and help raise a lot of money for things like that. And I'm just like, this is an amazing thing. Bills fans are some of the most generous, kind people. I mean, I think a lot of people, because they only see the media, they just think we get drunk on beer and jump through tables and set people on fire and stuff like that. But man, since I've gotten to know a lot of people over the last 4 years, the hardest working, most generous people that just love their Bills like no business, you know.
It's funny you say that, because Buffalo Bills, it's more than football. It's a community. It's we've had, well, Western New York, number one in the wintertime, miserable. What we have to look forward to, football, something to watch in the inside where it's warm. Who are we going to watch? Our local sports team, which is the Buffalo Bills. And you had the 94 years where we were amazing, and wish we would have pulled off the big one. And then you had 17 years of this. Look, I can't even imagine just being a Bills fan for 17 years. I wonder how many people jumped ship. Please, we don't need you back. Stay there. We don't want you back.
Yeah.
And and here we are doing amazing things. And then we have 2020 with the epidemic. It's just everybody's lives is out of the norm. It's out of the norm, and it's good to see people dedicated to continue to do what you do. And that is, you put a smile on your face. It's like, oh, this is awesome. This is so amazing. Like I wake up Sunday mornings before a game going, all right, here we go. Let's see what BillsDad is doing.
Let's see what he's up with this week. Yeah, and I got to tell you, I was really blessed this year, because in the midst of everything, I get a call on a Saturday morning from Ty Bello, who is the president of PLB Sports and Entertainment. Come to find out, that's the company that made Flutie Flakes and makes Josh's Jacks and makes Mahomes Magic Things and all these. He does a lot of cereals with celebrities and football players in particular, athletes, top athletes, all right. And he says, what do you think if we were to sponsor you? And I'm thinking, well, gosh, I've never had a sponsor before. I don't even know what that involves. But, we prayed about it and we talked, and it's really been a tremendous blessing to work with them because they're a company that puts these products out there for these athletes and celebrities, but proceeds from that are going to charities. And it was a perfect link for me, because, I don't just want to make it a business type thing, but being able to connect with good people who are doing things with their business to raise money for charity is just a phenomenal thing. So we've been really blessed. So I always try to give them a shout out. They're good people, really good people.
Well, it's not work if you love what you do. It's not. It's you got a calling. You have a certain calling to do extraordinary things that most people in the world cannot do.
Yeah,
and it's just coincidentally you are really good at what you do. Your extraordinary level is like here, and we're down here going, we're not worthy.
It's funny that you say this, because we've talked even in the last couple of days. My wife and I were talking about this, and it's just, everybody has a unique gifting. Maybe a couple different unique giftings. And it's you just want people to find what that is, even as goofy as it may be. I mean, my granddaughter said to me the other day as we were giving out gifts and stuff, and I had written something for someone, and she said, your gifting is your words, because, other people had made things with wood and all that. And I said, I have no skills with power tools and all this kind of thing. And she said, your gift is with words. And we started talking about that, and the idea that everybody's got a gift. And if you can find what that is and enjoy it, and especially if you can be a blessing to others and encourage others, bring a smile to their face, do anything like that, it's just so much of a better place, such a better world to live in. So, it's a blast for me. Really, it's a blast for me. I appreciate all the kindness and love that I get. And it's a real thrill that the Bills are doing as well as they're doing, man. I really think we have the opportunity this year.
Something big. Make some noise.
Oh my goodness. This team, if they continue to play the way they have, I haven't seen anybody else in the league that's doing what they're doing. I mean, I think the Packers looked good on Sunday night. They looked good. Then the Chiefs have looked good at times, but there's times recently where I've looked at the Chiefs and thought, wow, they're just, now they don't look like the Bills to me. The Bills really are the elite right now to me.
Because all facets of the game are all clicking on all cylinders. Even to the special teams we rarely ever get to use them, but they're so important. What Andre Roberts has been doing to set up our offense. And our defense is now after the bye week, it was like, wait, are we back in 2019? And are we back in 2019? Because this is the defense that we remember.
Up. Yeah, and that special teams play the other night, that fake.
The fake.
They called that at the line. That was just he looked out there, saw him open and said, all right, guys, we have done this. We rehearsed it. So I'm calling the audible, and I'm sure there are probably some guys trying to keep a straight face going, oh my God, what are we doing? And they pulled it off.
Who takes the credit for that one? The coaches or the guy that's like, no, we're doing this. Sorry. Yeah. You can kick me off the team, but please work. Please work.
Oh my gosh. Couldn't have happened in a better game. You know what I mean? Couldn't have happened.
I know the huge sweep. We haven't done that. And now we're in a position to play the Dolphins, who when we win against the Dolphins on Sunday, it would be the first time in franchise history that the Buffalo Bills have completely swept the AFC East.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Yep. That's
the only reason we might not, in my opinion, is if we sit all of our starters and the guys just are playing very safe and cautious. Otherwise, I think we win this thing. This is the way.
Dable Josh, you're never running it. You don't run it. If you're thinking about running it, throw it away.
Yeah. Anybody gets in within 10 feet, you throw the ball away. Just
10 feet, 3 feet, and then I know we all watch that game with our stomachs just cringing, just because it's the NFL. We don't know what could happen. Everything could happen, and one incident, whatever you want to call it, could either be catastrophic for either teams. And is that what you want?
People might not like this take, but my goal for this Sunday is to come out of it injury-free. If we lose and are injury-free, I'm happy to win with injuries.
Absolutely.
Now, tell me, what have you heard about the Kenny Stills thing? Since what there was a wild stirring going on today. There's a lot of controversy because of Beasley getting injured with his leg, and now we have Kenny Stills, available free agent, that came in for a visit, and Adam Schefter reported that it was in the works. It's positive. He just has to pass his physical, and he's basically going to be on. And Cole Beasley is not going to play, obviously, because he's injured. We need him. We absolutely need him for the playoffs. Did they sign him, or is it still up in the air?
McDermott is McDermott. He's pulling what Belichick always did. He's going to give you as little facts as possible.
Yeah.
And we don't know. It's a guessing game. It's going to be. You won't know until 1:00 on Sunday what happens. And
if you got a burner like Stills out there and a burner like Brown out there, it's like, look out. Who you gonna for speed? Who do you try to match up with?
How do you stop? Yeah, how do you stop it? Maybe Josh plays for 1 quarter. All right, guys, just go out there and score 50 points. Then everybody go. When we,
just let Stills play to get used to the system.
Yeah.
And then we'll bust it loose in the playoffs. I mean, getting Brown back to begin with. Look how great we've been playing, and we haven't even
just his presence on the field makes the biggest difference, because at the end of the day, he's either going to burn you, so they're going to put somebody that's not bad against John Brown, regardless of how healthy he is or not. He's got wheels, so they're going to put a good, obviously a good position player on him. And that just takes away from everyone else. Gabe Davis, we've got Stills is, a speedster. If he can stay healthy, I hope he does.
Yep.
And and Barkley, everybody forgets what Barkley did to the Jets when he started.
Barkley's a good quarterback. He can
play. He's under the same system. that could be our Frank Wright. If we were back in 1990s, would we be saying, I would let Frank Wright in? He got the biggest comeback in all-time history.
That's right. Yeah, I have a lot of confidence in Barkley. I mean, he's not Josh Allen, but he is in the same room with Josh Allen. He works with Josh Allen all the time. He's got experience. He's shown that he can lead this team into a victory, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. It's not like you're putting a rookie out there. This guy, he can hold it together for us.
Now I have to ask, when we won the AFC East champs, the division, AFC East division, what went through your mind? What was the first reaction? Was it a tear? Was it a laugh? Was it things you can't say on air? I mean, talk to us.
Yeah, no, it wasn't tears. I was pumped for sure. But I think I had already prepared myself for it, which is part of the thing. It wasn't like it crept up on me at the last second and we did it. I saw it coming, thought we were going to do it, and I'm doing what the players are not allowed to do. I'm already looking ahead going, these guys are so good. I mean, we're going to beat the Patriots. We're liable to beat the – I said we may not lose the rest of the season. So I don't say that in a cocky way, but I just say it they are playing so amazing right now that it just I'm blown away.
Breaking records. Our offenses are breaking records that we were like, all right, we'll be happy if we can get a quarterback that can – throw over 3,500 yards. Here we are 3, and he can now use that 43-20, and he needs 40 yards to break Drew Bledsoe's 2002 record. Wow.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we had some extremely close games, some heart attack games. That was hard. Those were games that at the end, when we pulled them out, I was jumping, screaming, going crazy, giving my dog and my wife a heart attack and things like that. It's just been very nice the last few weeks, just being able to sit there and go, man, we crushed this. I mean, that game against the 49ers, I thought was the best game I've seen them play in forever. And now they've come out and just kept going like that.
They made this like, where is this coming from? This energy from everybody.
Consistent. Everything is going right. So, man, it's just great. And I get my wife next to me. She's a huge Micah Hyde fan. I can't even tell you how the Micah Hyde thing started for her, but a game does not go by that she is sitting next to me screaming, Micah Hyde, Micah Hyde, Micah Hyde. Whenever she sees him play and does anything, my gosh, when he took that onside kick a year ago, I think it was a year ago, when he
running back for a touchdown.
I thought she was going to explode. She just and we were blessed. His brother-in-law actually reached out to me because I was like, I've got to get my wife a signed Micah Hyde jersey.
Yeah.
And he saw that and he reached out to me. He says, let me put you in touch with my sister. And I'm thinking, who's your sister? He says, it's his wife. So he reached out and he goes, I understand, so cool. I'm understanding your wife needs a jersey. I know a guy. She says, I know a guy. And so, I mean, it was such a treat to get that. I mean, he just looks at that and goes, Micah Hyde signed it. Micah Hyde. He said, to Denise right there. Micah Hyde signed this. It's amazing. Good stuff.
Don't mind me asking, how long have you been married?
We've been married 40, oh God, no, I was going to say 46 years. It's just this past week was 46 years since our first date. We've been married 41 years. So yeah, our first date was December 21st, 1974.
So that Micah Hyde covers your 48th, your 50th, your 55th.
Oh, come on now. Now you're speaking through. And let me tell you, see, it's good because I'm a very secure man that when my wife is screaming out Micah Hyde, you got to be secure. I mean, he's a rock star.
Hello, honey. Micah Hyde is home.
Oh yeah. I haven't dared put the jersey on yet. I leave that to her.
It's you can't go wrong with picking any one of these players. I think Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, both of them, they did get the shaft from not making the Pro Bowl. A lot of players from the team did not make the Pro Bowl. The way that everybody's playing, there was a lot of players that got that snub.
Right.
I really do believe that he should have definitely been in bed.
I mean, Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer are I mean, they're just a tandem. I can't see one without the other. They are so good together. And Poyer has had a phenomenal year. I mean, he's been great, playing great all along, but this year has just been phenomenal. And I feel bad for someone when they get snubbed like that, but the thing that encourages me is that McDermott and Bean have done such a great job of developing a family feeling there, that these guys, they appreciate the awards, but I think they just love playing the game and playing the game together. Yeah. They're playing with guys that love each other. I mean, nobody cheers more when somebody scores or intercepts or whatever than their own buddies on the sideline. They just go nuts together, and it's so good to see.
And that fuels them. You're right. They don't care about the awards. They already have a chip on the shoulder. That's why they're in Buffalo. And when things like that happen, they get better. They learn from it, and they're like, all right, no. Now I'm playing with I've been playing with fire. Now I'm playing with anger and that fire. Look what happened after we lost to the Hail Murray play.
Oh, gosh.
We won that game. That game was over. One play is not going to change how we are the rest of the season. That's right. That is what good teams do. That's what good coach is. We'll say, you guys, that game's over. Here's what we're going to do the rest of the season. Go on a run to the Super Bowl. That's it.
I still look back and think about that throw that Josh made to Diggs in the end zone that I thought was the game winner, except for the Hail Murray. But I mean, that's just how our team operates. That was a game-winning throw in a clutch moment. And if it were not for a fluke Hail Murray, we would have won, 9 or 10 in a row right now, and probably won't stop.
The season is not even close to being done yet, which is we're week 17 now. And when's the last time you could say we're Buffalo? The season's not even close to being done yet. It's been a long time coming, and it's good to say it, to hear it, to feel it, because it's more than just saying it or you're feeling it. It's just every part of your bones when the Bills win. It's like that's why I don't have a voice right now, because I was still from the Denver game, carried over from the 49ers game, carried over from the Hail Murray loss. But passionate fans, getting passionate fans together is awesome. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Speaking of that, it's so good to hear that they're going to allow 6,700 fans, because those will be the loudest 6,700 fans there are in the league. And, I know that's not a lot compared to filling that place, but it's good that they're at least allowing some people to be there, especially those that have been with this team for a long time. Absolutely.
They deserve to see them one time. It's so difficult to get to watch them. We watched them when they came down to Miami. Miami had allowed 13,000 fans, and it was how they did it was good. Everyone was spaced out. We were able to watch the game. There were still more Buffalo Bills fans than Dolphins fans in the stadium, and I hear that they're not allowed to resell the tickets for the playoff game, which would automatically, I assume that there's nobody but Buffalo Bills fans can buy that ticket.
Yeah, I would guess so. I don't think anybody's going to give them up.
Are you going?
No, I don't have season tickets, and I don't think there's anybody going to offer me a ticket right now. It's just you got lucky on the lottery and you got offered a ticket. You are hanging on to that baby.
Mafia, you heard it here first. We need to get BillsDad a ticket. That way he can FaceTime us and do a song from the field. Halftime show, BillsDad. I'll buy it. I would definitely go.
Yeah. Brian, where are you from?
I'm from south of Rochester, outside of Geneseo, York, New York.
Okay. Is that where you are now?
No, right now I'm down in Fort Lauderdale. I've been living here for 10 years. I'm a displaced diehard Bills fan, and I started this project 2 years ago, and it's fun having a passion to talk about, to do about. And everybody has their events, what they do. You sing, I talk random things, but we all merge and come together as beloved Buffalo Bills fans. And
I actually moved to Naples, Florida in 2010.
Okay, cool.
Lived there for almost 5 years, and then came back north because everybody I loved was back here. So I loved the weather down there, though. It was phenomenal. But everybody, all my longtime friends and family were back here, and so we came back and endured this crazy cold.
I've been telling everybody this, I will take 6 months of rain every single day over 1 day of snow. I've shoveled my fair share of driveways. I've scraped my fair share of windows.
Yeah.
Of the weather. And now with technology, you could be a fan anywhere in the world.
It's
That's
amazing.
The beauty of it.
It's amazing. Yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking you got to be up here. And then all of a sudden you said something and I went, wait, is he where?
I'm right next door to you.
Yeah, I know where New York is. I grew up in the southern New York, down in Friendship, New York.
Okay.
Down there. Yep.
Yeah, we've got, I was born in the Philippines on a Navy base and basically was raised Western New York. And I had to get out, moved out down here in South Florida. And it didn't have to go out. My family still lives up there. I wanted to get away, get out of the country and move to a big city where people drive terribly. And I'm surrounded by Dolphins fans. So, small victories.
Oh yeah.
And I do want to thank you. I know you're very busy, and first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers go out to your family. I know you guys, 2020 COVID affects a lot of people, and it's just what brings people together. And so my thoughts and prayers definitely with you and your family.
Thank you. It's been a difficult week. We had a number of things with our parents or who are elderly, and we're trying to work through those and believing God's going to, bring us through it all right.
Awesome. 2021 is right around the corner. And it's when I mean right around the corner, it's day after tomorrow. Yeah. That's a brand new year. Please. Reset button, not different for us Buffalo Bills.
Right.
Different for your what you do on a daily basis. I want to just thank you first and foremost. You've been absolutely awesome, and I love your content. And before I let you go, if you're welcome to stay on longer if you want for the next segment where we just kind of ramble on about sports, drink some more adult beverages. But before you decide that, what is your favorite song that you've done as Bill's dad? Because you've just one hit after another. You have more hits than Michael Jackson.
Well, let's see. I've always said that Party Like It's 1999 was one of my tops because of what happened. I mean, New Year's Eve, and we got into the playoffs. My whole family was involved. The following week, I don't know if you know that story, but the fans basically paid my way and got me down to the playoff game with my wife. It was an amazing story. Just generous people, loving. I also really enjoyed doing Shady's Night. That one that was, unfortunately, the game didn't go so well, so it kind of put a tarnish on Shady's Night. But I have to say that Beasley really jumped up there for me, just doing that a couple of weeks ago. Beasley, because I'm Beasley, I'm always open. And that was a lot of fun for me. There it is. And
I'll definitely send you that. I wanted to mess around a little bit, but it was
and a shout out to Mike Monahan, who turned that Zay Jones jersey into a Beasley jersey for me. That has become one of my favorites. I'm really hoping that by the end of this year, maybe around February 7th weekend, I have a new favorite, if you know what I mean.
I can't wait. Well, what if you could you give us a tidbit? When is your next number one on the billboards drop? That way, Mafia can.
They drop every Saturday at 8 a.m. Unless the game is on a different date. Obviously a Saturday game, I'll drop it on Friday. But I try to stay consistent with that. Saturday around 8 o'clock, it'll drop, and we'll just keep it going right through the playoffs, right into February 7th, because the Bills are going to be there, baby.
Yes, absolutely.
I usually only try to stay one week at a time. I wait till the game's over and then try to come up with the song for the next week, because I like to play off things that have happened. But I've already started thinking about the Super Bowl because I know there's going to be high expectations, and I've got a little something in mind that might work. So we'll see how that goes. I can tell you what it is, but then I'd have to kill you.
Well, I have to ask. Like I said, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. We're doing a live show. One of my buddies who lives in Tampa, we're doing a live show from the marina where they're having the Super Bowl festivities. I would love to have you back on to just do a guest appearance on Super Bowl morning right before the Bills game. It would be an honor. I'm having a big lineup, and people need Bill's dad in their lives.
You might just get that. My sponsor is actually asking if I'm going to go to Tampa. He's going to be down there, and I'm like, I just don't know if the traveling and with the COVID and it's hard to know what can and can't be done right now. I don't think there's any way to get into that game at this point.
A lot of logistics involved, and we still have a long ways to go. I do wish something but the best for you guys. Wish something best for Mafia and Buffalo Bills, of course.
You know it, baby. Great talking to you, Brian. Great to meet you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank the honor is a pleasure. Thank you. I hope to see you again. We'll talk. Go Buffalo Bills. I cannot wait to hear your next video.
All right, man. If nothing else, see you Sunday. Go Bills.
Squish the fish. Oh, yeah.